Hello everyone, it's Yani here today bringing you a short video because I had some trouble with my camera and what you're going to see, so I am able to show you. These cards are different in the sense that they are like fairy tale looking, and that's what I like about them. The artist is Jasmine Becket-Griffith and she makes beautiful work. For these cards, I use my Prismacolor pencils with Gamsol blending solution. I'm going to die cut this glitter orange paper from Recollections. Let me show you all the beautiful pattern paper this paper pad has. Very bright colors as well. And that's the one I'll be using. I'll be cutting it using this Mama Elephant framed tag dies, and I'll be using the largest one, but first I'm cutting it out the outside frame with my scissors, holding it in place with some tape and then running it through my die cutting machine. And most of the times I use my Cuttlebug machine. I've been using it for over 5 years now and I still love it. I've never had any problems with it, and I will recommend it to everyone. So now I'm detaching my frame from the die with this tool. You'll see me using soon. I colored the fairy using my Prismacolor pencils, and as you can see, I stay with the common Halloween colors, the family of the orange and purples. I also decorated it with a sticker that says Boo. I believe I got it a long time ago from Michael's. This is going to be an A2 size card that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I want my card to be on this card base, and I'm using this craft cardstock. So I cut out a few more dies using this Spellbinders Spooky Boo die, for which I'll be using the spider web and the cat, and I'll be using the black cardstock to cut them out. This die is from Sizzix and it's called Bat Crazy, and I can see why. It has all different kinds of bats sizes, some with flaps up and down. It has tiny ones and big ones, as you can see. So let me show you how they look. But since my card is a small one, I'm only going to be using the small bats. So now I'm going to place my dies on this black cardstock. But first I'm going to cut a piece, and then I am going to run it through my die cutting machine. I just want a little piece to place my bats and my cat on it. I'm placing the cat and all my bats on this piece of cardstock, as you see me doing here. I'm trying to fit them all at once, and I'm able to do so. And now I'm going to start removing my dies from the cardstock, and you can see how nice these bats look in a moment. The image of them look perfect. Even the cat looks good. I like the detail of all these dies. Sizzix comes out with very different kinds of dies. They have you guys looked at their newest Christmas collections? They look awesome, right? I got me the penguin one, the snowman, and I loved the bear. So cute, all of them. I cannot wait to start making some cards from them. They seem to be very big. I think they're gonna cover a whole A2 size card. If you start using, once you get them and start using them, you'll see how big they are going to be. Can't wait to see them. I'm trying to remove the web from the die. So now I'm going to start placing my die cuts on my card front just to see how these images will look at the end. I'm going to remove them now so I can start gluing them to my panel, like so. Once I've done gluing, I'm going to start adhering it to my frame. Now I'm cutting out the excess from my panel. And continue gluing all of my pieces down and deciding where to put them. You can add more spider webs if you like, maybe on the four corners or on opposite corners. You could even add spiders hanging down from the web. You can do many things, or you may have other ideas of how you want to place the images. I'm starting to place my images on my card front. This spider web will be placed on the left up corner. And behind you can see the moon. If you have some stickers like I do, I have a lot of stickers for Halloween and even Christmas. You can mix your stamps with your stickers just to decorate the card front, so you can start using all of your supplies. We have many supplies that we don't use, and sometimes we buy so much, we don't end up using everything. And this is one way for you to do that. I have decided to add 2 bats on the bottom left corner of the inside of my card base. You may also want to add a sentiment in the middle. I'm now gluing the eyes of the cat, but while editing my video, I should have left the cat's eyes white. It looks better that way, I think. A little spooky, don't you think so? I like the way the eyes look better than putting the black dots of eyes that I have set on the side there. I also decided to use my Sakura black lace gel pen. I'm adding a small dot in the center of her eyes just to add a 3D texture that dries a little glossy. It looks so cool. I was having a hard time with that pen. See, now I'm adding those 2 dots of eyes, but I think I should have left them white. Now I've decided to add a red heart from Trinity Stamps. I like to get my rhinestones from them because they have a big variety of them as they sparkle and shine, and they come in different sizes as well. Then I let it to dry for a while, and in the meantime I'm going to clean my work area and put the hearts away. You may not see the small sequences that I have decorated the 4 corners of the wings of my fairy. I just wanted to add some interest on her dress. These sequences are from Honeybee Stamps. They also have a nice variety of sequences, and once in a while I go to their site to look at their new inventory and stamps. And this is finishes card number 1. I hope you enjoyed watching it. This is the other fairy that I have and decorated it using all that you see here: the bats, thinlits from Sizzix, the spider webs from Spellbinders, and they are spider web corners. And I cut this die out once to put it as a background behind her head. What attracted me about this die is that the corners, you can overlap them. I am making this card an A2 size card, and I am also making my card base using craft cardstock. I'm using this chevron looking one, and I cut a piece that measures 3/7/8 by 5.5. And for the spider web, the side spider web that I'll be using, I cut out a piece of orange paper using Martha Stewart punch outs that I got a long time ago from Michael's. I'm going to glue all of my pieces down using Tombow mono liquid glue, and I'll be doing the same with the spider web. I'm gonna glue it to the side of my card base. And since I want to add some interest to my card, I'll be using these self-adhesive black gems to the center of each web using my jewel picker to facilitate the process, because if I do it by hand, it will take me longer. So I'm just putting them in the center, or trying anyways to place it in the center of the web. After I was done with that, I can start gluing my design down. I don't know if you have noticed, but she's standing in front of a coffin that I made out of black cardstock. Let me tell you, it took me a while to perfect it until I did it, and I like how it came out. If you would like to know the measurements, let me know. So now I'm going to tape down this coffin to my card front, and this is now the end of my card. I thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, take care and goodbye.